Welcome, welcome or welcome back, Capricorn, my Capricorn fam. So this is going to be your monthly horoscope reading from me. You are one of the 3 last signs that I have to do for this month. Of course, they're general and timeless, so if you find another one that you want to tap into, if it just calls out to you, likely there's a message in it for you. Alright, so we are going to hop right in. Okay, so something is significant about money. And definitely because you can't even see it. I keep switching around everything, but my what is this, Japanese, Chinese fortune ingots. Okay, it's my pot of gold, that's all I know. What is it, Liam? I'm in the middle of a reading. If you came in here to say hello, you just did. If you want to come in here for school, it's on the TV. But I'm taking care of business. You want a snack? Then go in your drawer and find one. And you didn't clean your face. Go get that wipe. See, this is what we not going to do. Quit coming out there trying to bully me. Because it will be school in here. Now you come out there and go to school. But if you keep on trying to interrupt things on purpose, do you hear me? Then it will be school in here. So I suggest you enjoy yourself. If you want a snack, it's in your drawer. You can come get your snack out your drawer when you're done crying. Sorry about that, Capricorn. I had a few little ground rules I have to lay with Liam while we are getting back into our readings this morning. Yes, you have a snack in your drawer that you can go get. You sorry? All you gotta do is say sorry. You don't have to whine. You sorry? Sorry. Okay. We're all good, I promise. Get your snack if you want it. You can bring it in here. Other than that, it's school. It will be school in your room, too, if you keep it up. Okay. So, Capricorn, anyway, let's just jump right in, okay? So, Ashe, Namaste, I'm right as above, so below. Spirit, protect and guide me as I dive into the collective energy for my Capricorn family. And protect and guide us throughout this reading. Okay. Ashe. All right, Cappy, let's see what's going on in your energy. So there will be timestamps once I upload the video, okay? Anything you need to know about me and my readings, you will be able to find in the description box below, along with the timestamp for when the cards actually start here, which is around 4 minutes. But it's Monday. You know how Mondays go. Oh, good. You opened it yourself. Yeah. Okay, take it in your room. Use your towel for your hands. Bye-bye. Okay, I do. Yep, good job. Excellent. Bye-bye. Enjoy. Okay. Alright, so let's see. For Capricorn, so dive right in. See what's the energy. I need some lotion too. Okay, so something could be in your life. You may be guided to just move. Like spirit could just be telling you, hey, go do this. It's not well thought out. I'm not sure if you typically like to have a plan, but there could be something that you may want to be a little more extemporaneous is the word I'm hearing. I have to look that up, but I feel like it has something to do with what I'm trying to say, which is more like flexible or um, not inspired, but not impulsive. It's another word, a more positive word for pretty much the same thing. It just depends on your perspective of it, but I want that word. Spirit will give it to me. It's really about taking inspired action from the way that the energy is moving you. Okay. Um, so being in the flow, that's really what it is. It's about being in the flow. And that is more so our feminine energy. That's really allowing spirit to take the lead or take the guide in some area or aspect of your life. This could be, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so sometimes I'm guided to have whole days like that. But for you, it could just be a certain moment or a certain place that you're at, whether that's at work, at home, um, okay, something like that is what I'm getting. So we have don't let them get under your skin, shapeshifter. This is probably why. So you probably have somebody that is purposefully or intentionally trying to affect your reality, trying to affect your mood, trying to affect your energy. It could be someone who wants to be seen by you, but it could be like you'll be able to use your discretion. You'll be able to know whether or not this is typical, um, whether it is balanced, or if there is some kind of imbalance in the energy. If it's like a clinginess or a codependency or um, something just doesn't feel right about it, doesn't vibe right with you. It's draining more so than it is this sustaining energy or giving energy even. Okay, so you may have like an energy vampire who's used to being able to leech off of you, and they're used to having you in a certain place. They're used to you doing the same thing, but it could not feel good to you. Okay, you could not want to live up to whatever these expectations are that someone has on you, and they could have them very strongly. Okay, yeah, like someone intending something very strongly. We have deep diving, so this is probably something that you're going to have to go into your emotions with. um, it would actually be better if you fully embraced and allowed these emotions to just kind of be felt by you, known by you, kind of wear it on your skin. This is diving in. It says deep diving. This would be better or easier under the sea. So you could be catching fire right now from somebody who wants to irritate you, wants to affect your mood, wants to take you out of your groove, out of your peace, out of this place of ease and satisfaction. It's someone who literally probably wants to take your satisfaction. Okay. Even it says shapeshifter, but I'm actually getting like they like to wear your skin. They like to wear your energetic skin. You could be someone who is typically very easygoing, free flowing, fun loving, and someone loves to embody that energy, but it's your energy. So whoever this is, they got to do the work to get this, Cap. Cap, no cap. Whoever this is that wants to be in your energy, they need to do the work. It's just a frequency that you're carrying, but you could carry it intentionally, deliberately, and regularly. And that means that you put a lot of work into yourself in order to do that. You set up your life so that things do flow that way for you. Somebody needs to do the same work as you. They don't get to take it from you. They want to color your life difficult, I'm hearing. They want to color your life difficult or stressful because that's the way that they perceive their life to be. Yeah, we have deceit, betrayal, fake friend, false friend, and you already don't trust them. You don't trust them, and what spirit is saying that you won't trust them until you figure out what it is that they do to make you feel this way, and how it is that you allow them to. That's what I'm hearing specifically. Okay. Wow. Whoever this person is, they're experiencing some kind of mental difficulty, stressed out, needs a break, or a professional. So someone could be having an emotional or mental breakdown here. Stuck in the middle, on the fence, and indecisive. Yeah, someone, I don't know who this person is, but I feel as if this is somebody who kind of feels like they want to be in the flow with you. They want to connect with you. They want to trust you, but they need to do some work too. This could be someone that you want to trust. You want to be easy going with, but the both of you need to do this work. You can't trust each other, and there's a reason why, and you need to figure out what that is. Um, I'm also gonna like somebody, you know what? You could be considering like getting therapy or taking medication for, specifically like, okay, it's 11:11 on top. So I was considering that too because I'm diagnosed with ADHD, and I was thinking like, wow, that would be so helpful to me to be able to focus even more so. Like, I don't like the disconnect between when I get the inspiration to do a reading and then everything that seems to rile up or get chaotic in between that. Like, I just like to know what I want to do and then do it. Just like sometimes I get it, but sometimes I don't. And right now, okay, I'll tell you a little bit about me, and maybe it'll help you to understand what's going on with you. But right now, I've been noticing how me not being so rigid and control and structure has actually added a lot of value to my life. It's also helped with a lot of things that I've been trying to discover and work through with my son. It makes life fun, it makes life easy, the flexibility, just being flexible, going with the flow. It makes things that a lot of people complain about with children, it just makes it really easy for me. Because I know like a lot of people be like, oh my god, like I could not be a stay-at-home mom like 24/7 and you never get a fucking break. But honestly, I do. Like, I don't even know how to explain it to you, but when I worked a secular job, I was so much more stressed and drained than I ever am with my son, working with my son, having fun with my son, chilling with my son. And there's even times where we do our own thing and he's not relying on me. Like, I would not go back to working secularly instead of being home with my child if somebody was to offer me like $1 million fucking contract. It would have to be like I could do it temporarily, like for a month and get $1 million. Then yeah, okay, because my son, he loves the luxurious life, and I'm learning to love a little bit of that shit too. So would I do that for him? Hell fucking yeah. But if it was like a whole year contract and I have to be away from him because he don't want to go, he don't want to go. His school is right next door to us, literally. And he's still not ready, but they're not ready for him yet, so it's fine. But it works out. But I'm like, when we get close to time, it's going to be a decision between me homeschooling him and him going to school. And it's like, would I like that break? Would I like that freedom? Sure. But is it really that imperative that I have it? Like, what I would do with that time outside of being with him? I've had time where me and his father, we stayed together the first couple years of his life. So is there really anything that I was indulging in or spending my time in when I was away from him? Was it really that much more enriching than my environment with him? No. I can't say that it is. It was like a temporary high, a temporary ride, a little bit of fun, but when it's done, it's done. I'm not even the type of person that can continue to pour out and give out my energy consistently for hour upon hour upon hour with people who are not matching my vibrational frequency, because I don't get that energy back. And I have to refuel all of that. So really the things that I was doing was mostly I would go out at night. I would mostly be home during the day. My tarot is my time period to kind of have to myself. And it was kind of the same thing when I was in a relationship. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm working through some shit in your reading. Sorry about this, Capricorn. Okay, this is for me and you. I'm feeling. But yeah, you know, like, seriously. So, I love my life the way that it is currently. And if my son doesn't want to go to outside school, I'll be okay with that. It will push me to start to interact with more people so that I can get him more like play dates and stuff like that, because I just want him to have that interaction with children. But honestly, he's a double Taurus. Tauruses really don't give a fuck about interacting with other people than the people that they're comfortable with. Like, they're like more family oriented, more comfort based. They're really like even more grounded and rooted and comfortable in their skin when they're happy in their environment than even Capricorn. Okay, so you could be dealing with a Taurus, you could have a Taurus that you're connected to, but my son is like relevant to this reading here that I'm getting. Like, I'm learning a lot about him through your energy. Okay, but anyway, so there could be something like that here where you're really weighing your options. Does something, would something really work out for you? Would it be more beneficial for you? Because I feel like the things that I'm guided to focus on and give my attention to is actually because it's going to give me that energy back in the moment. So I feel more spirit guided. I feel more guided by my soul than allowing my mind to fully take control of my day, because the mind moves on the matrix. It can move on timelines that are predictable, and they also become ritualistic, and they also become draining, because you're trying to sustain or maintain this consistency that is not natural to your individuality and the different fluctuations of your moods, okay, and how you're feeling on a day-to-day basis. So being locked in can give you stress, but being locked into spirit, being locked into your soul, giving God control, or your soul, your gut, you know, the natural flow that you're feeling within, to allow that to guide you, that's everything. That gives me life, that gives me energy. Even right now, as I'm speaking to you and I'm just channeling, but, and I'll put a timestamp if you don't want to hear this little blurb about me. Once I upload the video, you'll be able to get around it. But yeah, like, even like I was talking about, I know what I was talking about, but spirit was guiding me to move in a different direction. Okay. And now I'm going to get back to it. But the ADHD medication would kind of eliminate that freedom of choice. It also can tend to um, sedate you or overstimulate you, where you don't have time to allow your soul to guide you, or you have, yeah, it like eliminates the ability to connect with your soul space. It's just like the mind will tell you what to do and then you do it, and there's nothing in between. So for example, and I've had days like that and I haven't been on medication. So I wanted to do the laundry. I had a lot of laundry that was backed up. I was procrastinating on it. I wanted to get it done. Got it all done immediately, even though I ran into like three different issues. I had to call the company, get my money back. They both of the washers stopped washing in the middle of my wash. It was like a shit show, but I was committed, determined to handle it. It was what I had set aside for the day. It was mostly just what I was working on with Liam as far as his schooling, and washing the fucking clothes. Those were my goals for that day. It was a Wednesday, so you know, I hate Wednesdays. But anyway, I made it easy for myself. Got it done. But now the clothes need to be folded up because it was so much laundry that I haven't got to it. But guess what? Today is Monday. Monday sucks too. Monday through Wednesday are usually typically sucky days. So I pretty much cram my real work into Monday through Wednesday. So, you know, is it okay that today I feel at ease? I feel relaxed. I got all of my dishes and pretty much done last night, even though I was going to leave it overnight. I think that's fun to rebel against doing it every day. But I end up getting a burst of energy, just being in the flow. Ended up having some fun with my son. We were like running around the house, and so we turned the music on and he's dancing and I'm doing the dishes and dancing, and it was just a fucking good time, like a party. but I got all my work done. And so now today, really all I have to do is relax, Netflix, and fold these fucking clothes. No big deal. It's the flow. But if I would have been taking medication, more than likely I would have gotten all of that done. I've taken medication before. I've been on medication for my ADHD before, and I was very productive. It's when I had a business. As a matter of fact, I had my own dessert business, and it really did help me to get going. I mean, you couldn't stop me. But at the same time, I have a young child now. I didn't have a young child then. So I feel as if it could even railroad me over some of the moments that I want to mesh and enjoy with my child. Because I'm so goal oriented, because I can't sit still, because I have to go and do what it is that my mind set me out to do. It's like turning me into a machine. Now, do I think that sometimes that can be beneficial and efficient? Yes. But in my role as a mother and as a stay-at-home mom, is that really the route I want to go? I don't think so. I don't think so. So thank you for helping me to work that out. I hope that this helped you to work something out. And if not, sorry about that. I hope you caught the time. I hope you caught the timestamps once I upload the video, so that you were able to skip over that whole little uh pretty much channel message working through something that I'm feeling in your energy. And that's likely why I got the call for your reading today, because I was going to do it yesterday. But see, again, being in the flow, there's something that was here for you that I feel was also beneficial to me too. So we're kind of in this together. All right, Capricorn, let's keep going. What else though? Prince Charming, slick and savage magician. Okay, we're gonna have to see this. So do you have someone new that you're talking to? Could be a masculine here that I'm feeling in your energy. Nice. Mature with high expectations, worthy of what they're asking for. Okay, period. You could have someone in your energy here, or you could be talking to someone where I feel like your profession could actually end up being a stay-at-home mother or a stay-at-home wife or something like that. So everything that I was saying to you could actually be relevant to your life. Okay, let me get one more. Oh, see, okay. Privileged lady, prosperous, prideful, and protected. All right, let's pull tarot. Capricorn, I'm liking your life. I'm liking your reading. I'm liking the energy of it. Let's pull out shadows though, okay? So let's get rid of these shadow energies. Now, like I was saying, this could be someone, but it also could be something going on with you. So whatever it is that you're pulling, or whatever it is that's calling out to you, could have to do with your fears on a certain issue. Okay, like I was saying, the fear that what you set out to do, you're not going to be able to accomplish it, would give you evidence of it. You can manifest that into your reality. But if you dive deeply into your feelings about it, and you allow those feelings to be known by you, it makes it easier for you to be more resourceful in finding ways to get around these perceived obstacles. Okay, so I don't know if this is a person or not. Amidst the whispers of the dead, where mysteries are spread, what should have been gone still here remains. So this is about you holding on to something from the past, something that you've already eliminated from your reality. This could be old thought patterns, beliefs about yourself. We even have skeleton here. There could be a person in your life. Yeah, like I said, energy vampire. This is someone who is hoping for something that happened before, something that they knew about you before. Someone who's holding on to a past version of you. And this past version of you could also be something that is a fear of yours, like, oh, I don't want to run into that, or I don't want that to happen, or I remember this didn't go right, or typically this doesn't go this way. It could even be a thought pattern that you picked up, an old belief that you picked up based on someone else's reality. Oh, they were tired and stressed and angry all the time, and I don't want that to be my life. But does it have to be? So this is about coloring your life the way you see it, the way you believe it to be, the way that you have experienced it in your reality. It's really about taking your power back from the outside influence and pulling that energy into self. So you're able to really dive into your mind and see how you see your life, how something will work out for you, not based on society, not based on your family or other people's family, because you could go to a whole nother area, you could go to a whole nother city, you could go to a whole nother country, a whole nother state. You can get on YouTube and connect with someone else who sees life the way that you do and has experienced it, and also can offer you help or resources or tools to make your life the way that you want it to be. But it's really about getting out of this, like, somebody is a lot more closed-minded than they pretend to be. Someone's like, oh yeah, I'm open to everything, or I'm, yeah, oh, I'm really open to different ideas. If it's something that's going to work for me, I'll do it, but not really. They cannot see outside of this small mentality that they grew up with, and that's it. Okay, it's got to be one way, or it's the highway. Nothing else can work. Okay, so you could be stuck in some kind of rut like that, and that's what's creating like the same kind of situation over and over and over again, where you feel like you can't do what you want to do the way that you want to. There's always a way that you can, but you have to let spirit in to guide you. What's bigger than the physical and what you can handle? Because there are things physically that are out of our control, especially when it has to do with other people. You can't control other people. But what you can do is rely on spirit that is all encompassing outside of you, the creator of all things, who can touch and inspire all things, the way the air is that we breathe, but also people millions of miles away from us breathe too. That is the connection there. And it's invisible, and it's called spirit. And that can move things, move mountains, turn mountains into molehills. Okay? It can change the whole trajectory of your life. It can change everything, but it is something that you would have to believe in. And I feel like you may have to uproot or let go of some old belief pattern that would keep you from getting there. Okay, so there's like a blockage, but I think it's you overthinking. Yeah, you're overthinking something, and this is creating this self-imposed torture. So this could even be you, and I do have empathy for those who deal with mental health issues. Rather it just be the normal things. We call it normal, but it's not normal. Okay, what's normal is being happy, content, satisfied, and riding the waves of life. That's the way God intended it to be. That's the way spirit intended it to be. Why else would you come here? Okay, why else would you want to be here if life wasn't going to be fun, easy, and free flowing? Okay, even when the shit gets going, it should be like the ride of your life, not like, oh my God, I don't want to be here. It shouldn't be like that. So we call it normal, but it's not. It's abnormal. Depression, anxiety, even ADHD, the feeling that you cannot focus on the things that you want to, because when I want to be focused, I can get hyper focused, and that's the truth. And I don't need a pill to help me to do that. It's energy. Okay, energy is the new medical frequency. You understand? Like, it's been that, but we're just now catching up to the wavelength where we're able to understand that, and how energy interacts with us and our mental capabilities, our physical capabilities, our emotional capabilities. It literally can harmonize all aspects of self and all aspects of life. But there's a lot here with the mental construct, the matrix, that keeps us bound and keeps us from being able to see our way out of some of these little traps that they have set for us. Okay, like rats in a race, or like mice in a maze. Okay, so yeah, overthinking. This is anxiety. It's giving me stress. It's giving me like even maybe depression if it's on a pessimistic, tone, and then it would be anxiety if it's on a more optimistic tone, but it's like running after things that you can't see your way to. Okay, so either way, yeah, and we have stuck in the middle. So there is something like that going on with you, I feel, where you may be considering reaching out for a professional. That's just a journey. It's just a journey. For me, it was like I wanted to cure my curiosity. Okay. Did I find a whole lot of things? I did. I found a whole lot of things and a lot of diagnoses, and they were all interesting and wonderful. And it really did feel this desire I had to go further. I did do some psychiatric like I did, you know, take psychiatric classes to understand the mind and social cues and things like that when I was in school. So it kind of like developed that a little bit more, and it helped me to explore it a little bit more. I never was the type of person that wanted to be in school to actually do any of those things, like be a psychiatrist or a doctor or anything like that. Never. But I did like learning about it and its effect on humans, its effect on our minds, on our brains, on our emotions, on our lives. And so there could be something like this where you just want to kind of test and see, is there anything that you could learn from someone who has done the schooling that you haven't done? Nothing wrong with that. You know, society has views about that. You could have old belief systems about that are holding you back from diving into some of those things. But you have to decide for yourself. I feel like you being stuck in the middle is likely what's giving you the anxiety. So just decide, do I want to kind of dive into this and see what it is? Or do I know what the fuck it is and I need to quit being a fucking kid? I need to grow the fuck up. I need to take care of what I need to take care of. I need to learn to fucking relax. Like sometimes you can just real talk yourself back to where you need to be. And sometimes you really want to hear what someone else has to say that you would respect on that subject, okay? So I'm not a doctor and I do not give medical advice, but I do give advice from experience based on my own life, and it's either entertainment or it resonates with your soul. And if that is the case, then likely this is divine intervention, and I hope that you are getting a taste from the divine of what it is that you want in your life and how you want things to move for you. All right, let's get one more here for the shadow energy that I'm feeling with Capricorn. Mirror labyrinth, illusions and reflections. Who are you trying to fool? When you turn your back to the mirror, there's still someone looking at you. So there could even be someone who's doing something and you're like, yeah, that's not possible. Okay, but are they giving you, why does that irritate you such a way? Like this could even be the person is getting under your skin. Is it because they're able to do something that you wish you could be able to do too? And who's saying that you can't do? Who's saying that it's, what's stopping you? It could also be that it's someone doing something and you just don't believe it can be done, or that it can be happy, or that it can be fun. But if they are experiencing fun, what's really getting under your skin? Is it the fact that they're able to do it and that you're not? So you might have to like real talk yourself into opening up your mind so that you can find what works for you. Maybe exactly what they're doing won't work for you. You're not the same. Nobody is exactly the same, but there could be something to learn. Okay, so I feel that way. Like even your worst enemies can teach you things that can make your life better. They can enrich your life. You just have to open your mind to being able to see that. Okay, so I feel like there's someone who could actually be of value to you that's in your life. Like it's not maybe a professional or anything, but there is somebody in your life whose reflection gives you the reflection of the life you want to see or the life you want to live, and there's something to be learned there. Okay, so you don't even have to tell the person that you're learning, but learn. You know, don't hold back from yourself what is good for you, is what I'm getting, Capricorn. All right, enough of that, because I feel like this is maybe the bane of your existence right now. Okay, it's trying to work through this shit and figure this out, and I have every belief in you that you will. I feel like spirit gave not just a lot of information to me, but hopefully you found what it was that you were looking for, or the key that was missing in something here for you. But I feel like you got a new boo, Capricorn. 3322 when I said that. I feel like you got a new boo, or you got a boo coming towards you. And so whatever it is that you're going through right now could actually be temporary. So let's just, we're just a taste, because like I said, it can give you anxiety and stress if you know too much. If you run too far ahead and you can't see how to get there. But it's nothing wrong with diving in just a little bit. Okay, you can get a taste. You put your toe in. So let's see. Prince Charming, tell me about this slick, savage magician. Now, this could be feminine or masculine energy, but the way that I'm going to read it is the way that it came out, which is that you are likely this privileged lady. Or, you know what? Either way, you could be Prince Charming. I'm just going to read it objectively if I can. But there is a Prince Charming here that is coming towards this privileged lady. And I feel like this person wants to change their life, okay? I feel like the both of these individuals are mature. You both have high expectations, and you are both truly worthy of whatever it is that you're asking for. And likely you don't ask for more than you're able to give. So something is very balanced or reciprocal about this connection. Clue, candlestick. Okay, for some of you, this is your twin flame. For some of you, this is an old flame. So this is someone that you had a spark with, or you had a romantic experience with, or you had some daydreams or some fantasies, or maybe you even had a date, or you had, you know, some moments with this individual that did not fully mature. So I feel like this person's coming back in for more, or unfinished business too. There's nobody else I'd rather lie in bed and look at my phone next to. So this is even giving best friend vibes here. Nice. Okay, so if it's a twin flame, this is definitely one of those connections where you guys, you just know each other. You just vibe. This is like where you don't have to say much because you just already know. It's just the feeling. It's just the energy. You likely know exactly what would work well for this individual, what they're looking for, what they would want from you. And you also can feel what I feel like they can do that same thing for you. So you guys are able to kind of read each other's minds. You could even have a telepathic connection here. Where, yeah, okay, it's definitely Capricorn. You have a twin flame. Maybe you don't know about that, but I'm feeling that you have a twin flame. Candlestick came out twice. And this person is more like a best friend to you, or maybe that's how it's going to start off here, is this is going to be like a best friend. But this is definitely someone who intends to put in. They intend to be that person in your life that is just like, oh my God, how did I live without you for so long? Like, where have you been all my life type of vibes, okay? I love this. Let's get just a little bit more. It's only the clue cards that want to come out. Oh, revolver. All right, this person's going to hit you with some hard-hitting truths. It could be what they say, but it also could be in the energy. It's the way that they think about you. It's the way that they pour into you. It's the energy, the vibrations, the vibes that they give you that could actually just, this feels like a cloud of uncertainty. You're stuck in the middle, and this person has the potential to come in with such good energy that it just blows the lid off of all of it. It could be like something that was holding you back or keeping you pent down from being able to feel like you could soar, like you could do what it is that life is kind of calling you to. This is that energy that lifts the veil. It blows the dome right off of the shit. This is, I'm getting like a what do they call that? Glass ceiling. Whatever this person, this energy that this person carries, when they come into your life, all of a sudden, what you thought you couldn't do, what you couldn't see your way to, what didn't feel easy to you is going to magically, this is magic, magician. Magically, you're going to just know. You know what I was talking about with peels and how energy can do the things that peels could do for you. Energy can do it for you effortlessly. This person carries the energy you need. They are the peel for you. Wow. This is going to be a very balanced, reciprocal, harmonious, fun, I feel, connection. Yeah. Heart and hips. Heart and hips. Somebody loves, okay, this also has to do with your self-love. So someone really loves you. They love who you are naturally. They love your natural body. They love your natural skin. They love your natural hair. They love the things that you feel called to do, the quirky things about you. They love that naturally. And they can also add to you with their energy to help you to come into your own realization of the extra things that you want to do, or the way that you want to expound or add to the things that naturally are good on you. So this is someone who loves you at your base, but they also give you a taste of this energy that takes your base, your bare minimum, to a whole nother fucking level, and it also opens up the energy for you to get there. Now that is harmonious balance, that I feel you are coming to by yourself. But when you connect with someone else who can also add that type of energy to your life, this is a power couple vibe. Okay, so it also could be, if this is a connection that you're waiting for, that's what life was doing for you, likely showing you that you can become this energy for yourself. Okay, because once this person comes into your life, can you imagine someone coming into your life and making everything all right and making everything better? You're going to feel as if you could not live without them. You're going to become codependent on them. That's what happens with a lot of these pills and drugs and things that we use to deal with our issues on a day-to-day basis. A lot of people suffer from mental health issues, and all they do is drink a lot of booze and take a lot of pills or take a lot of drugs or eat a lot of shit, and that's how they cope with it. It doesn't matter if you go to a doctor or they drain their friends. They're talking constantly all day about all of the shit that they're going through. That's therapy. Do you understand? It's a lot of us who are who have been psychiatrists and therapists. It's a lot of street pharmacists that have been healing people of their mental health issues. So it doesn't matter if you want to go to somebody who's a professional, who went to school for it, or if you want to go to someone who has some experience with things that, you know, fly under the radar that could help you to deal with it or cope with it. But this is something that is actually healthy because you're not being codependent on anything outside of you. You are learning to be like this is like codependency on self. You got to have you. You got to be you. And then you're going to connect with someone else so that you do not become codependent on them, where you feel like, oh my God, I can't live without you. You're going to realize, oh, I can definitely do it without you. But thank God that you're here because I don't want to. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to leave that there. This energy is so good that I could really just go all in. But if I do, I feel like I would stop the process that you're in currently, where you are realizing that you already are this. Okay, that you can do this all by yourself. But I feel as if it's enough to keep you excited and just to let you know that who you're becoming is what you're attracting. Okay, so this other person, you're going to add that value right back to them because this is who you are. This is what you have. This is what you've been working through. This is why you're doing all this deep diving. This is why you're working on self. This is why you're coming to all of these clarifications of your mind and your life and your emotions and the balance and all of that. Mwah. So as you are coming to your fullest potential of self, you are attracting someone else who is coming into their fullest potential of self. And this is going to be a power couple energy, a power couple dynamic. Now, what you choose to do with that physically is going to be up to you. Some people just love and live and fall into that energy, and some people go hit the ground running and create magical, magnificent empires of things. Yes, baby. What? What? I'm almost done. I'm getting ready to be done right now. He's right. These readings were getting really lengthy, and I said I was going to try to cap them out at 40 minutes. So we're at 42:54. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here, Capricorn. This is the reading. This is what I'm getting for you. But like I said, exciting times are ahead of you, and I even feel like you are finding ways to be more flexible and really enjoy the time that you're currently in. Okay, so that's what I got for you. I hope that this reading resonated. If not, don't hesitate to check out any of the other placements. Sometimes it's not our sun sign. Honestly, our sun sign is how we deal with life. It's how we cope with life. That is our ego. But you may even find more information from your moon sign. Okay, because the moon sign is how we actually, it's like our comfortable zone. It's where we feel the most comfortable. So you may want to check out your moon sign video, especially if this one did not resonate with you. Okay, or check out some of the other, if you're not into finding out what all your placements are on the chart. I would suggest at least knowing your sun and moon. But if not, then there are other readings for Capricorn from other months, and whichever one stands out to you, it may be relevant to you because the readings are general and timeless. Okay, so I'm gonna leave you with that, Capricorn. I love you. Even if I don't know you, I'm in love with your soul. So yeah, that's the truth, and that's what I'm gonna let you go with, and I will see you in the next one, Capricorn. Peace.